Hello and welcome to Healer K. And this video will contain two parts. The first part is about the astral situation at June. And the second part is we'll go into a specific zodiac sign and do a June prediction for June 20 with tarot cards to see what's your special energy in each of the 12 houses. So it will be for rising sign prediction. Okay, let's start it. I put up the table here with the 12 different zodiac signs. We start with Aries here and go around and finish off here with the Pisces. It's a final zodiac sign. And I also put up the cards here for where we have all the planets in June. And if we start with Aries, it has no sign, no planet when the month starts, but the Aries ruler, the Mars, will enter Aries in the last days of June. I think it's the 28th of June. So Aries, the I am energy, will be empty for almost all the month. We're not activated by any planets. And in Taurus, we have Uranus. And in Gemini, we have the North Node that just entered in May into Gemini. And we have Venus. And also that's the sun sign that's in Gemini when the month starts. And then it will travel over to Cancer at the 20th of June. And here we have Mercury, and we also have the lunar eclipse the solar eclipse here in Cancer, just the day after the sun goes into Cancer. So the 21st we will have the solar eclipse here. And Leo and Virgo and Libra and Scorpio. And then we have in Sagittarius, we have the opposite of the North Node, we have the South Node. And here will the lunar eclipse take place, the 5th of June. And in Capricorn, we have the three planets that with Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter moving very close together. And actually Jupiter and Pluto will conjunct just at the time, close to the time when we have the solar eclipse in Cancer here. And then we have Aquarius, and then in Pisces we have Neptune and Mars when the month starts, and the 28th of June it will continue to Aries. And we could say this is the retrograde month, or the month of change, because let's see here where we have Mercury will retrograde in 18th of June. We have Venus, it's already retrograding and will turn direct at 25th of June. And Neptune will start retrograde later on this month. All these three are in retrograde, Saturn, Pluto and Jupiter. Yeah, so almost everything is in retrograde mode. Revising, reviewing, rethinking, remaking. Let's go into each zodiac sign and look what each planet represents and each zodiac sign represent. Aries, the I am energy, the fire energy that gets the shit done, that makes things done, get things moving. Maybe not the most sensitive sign here. And then we have the Taurus energy. I have. It's an earth sign. It's focused on stability and creation of wealth. And here we have Uranus in this sign. That's about your potential. It's a sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. So this is a magic planet that make things move. And in Gemini, that's the duality of I think. It's a communication sign. And here we have Venus. Venus represents the part of you that desires beauty, success, indulgence, valuables. So love and finance. And also here we have North Node. That's about life purpose. And in Gemini we have the Sun for the first 19 days. On the 20th it will pass on to Cancer. It's about your immortal spirit, purpose and destiny is involved. And as I say, we have Mercury in this sign. It's about how you think, how you communicate, write, talk, travel. And then we will have the solar eclipse here in Cancer. And so it will be the moon that will conjunct with the sun. And the moon is about your unconscious, your sensitivity, your inner emotions, and responses. So it's our subconscious. And with the moon in Cancer, you can say that the Cancer moon are nurturing, loyal, considerate. And because Cancer is ruled by the moon, your emotions change like tides throughout the day. You make rational decisions based on your feelings about the world around you, giving you enormous depth. Your energy is intuitive, imaginative, and dedicated. You are sometimes self-protective because of your sensitivity to the energy of others. And then we have the eclipse, the solar eclipse in Cancer. And that is about acceptance. So the solar eclipse is a quite fierce energy, but it's also an acceptance energy. Leo, the powerhouse of will, and Virgo, I analyze, and Libra, I balance, and Scorpio, I transform, And Sagittarius, I see, the wise, fire energy. And here we have the lunar eclipse at the 5th of June. And the key word for a lunar eclipse is change. Something needs to change. And since everything is in retrograde, many planets is in retrograde mode, something that needs to be healed, that's not dealt with, will now change. And an eclipse in Sagittarius means growth. And the Sagittarius moon, you can say it has qualities as adventure, intelligence, optimism. You are inspired by anything that provides you with expanded knowledge or is fun or exciting. You love traveling, exploring the world and meeting new people. Your energy is free-spirited, active, exuberant and ambitious. You have noble visions and are able to carry them with fruition. You allow yourself to take daring chances, remaining positive, whatever the outcome. Your thoughts are philosophical, open-minded, worldly, and independent. Your easygoing attitude encourages others to explore unlimited possibilities. Wow, that is quite strong in the Capricorn world. So, as we see in the mundane society, the collective society, that we are looking with new eyes on things that we feel is not fair, that's not working, that's not just. So change is the key word here. Change and growth. And we're dealing with the karma of life deaths that we have collected during our history. Okay, Capricorn, I use. It's a structural energy, quite earthy, material energy. And here we have the planet Jupiter. That's about your confidence, your courage, your self-belief and luck. And Pluto, that's about your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. So you can say it ruled over life and death, endings, beginnings. So Jupiter is about confidence and courage, and this Pluto is about change. And Saturn is the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So it's a fierce energy that is connected with the Capricorn zodiac sign. And Aquarius, the wisdom of I know. And then the final zodiac sign, the Pisces, I believe. It's a water energy. So Neptune here feels very at home with, that represents our fantasies, our yearnings, our longings, and potential for illusion. Here also for most of the month, Mars will stay. That is a fire sign. Mars represents your physical energy, the drive, your strength, your fighting spirit. And the Pisces energy is quite different from Mars. Mars not feel very happy here. Water and fire, they put out each other, so it's grumbling here and create energy. Mars creates energy here. And we can see here that this is a square here between Sagittarius and the Pisces, that the energy of the lunar eclipse here, about the truth. Maybe with the Neptune energy, maybe we believe we see the truth, but maybe not. And we can also see here an opposition here between the triad of the outer planets, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, to this solar eclipse. And this is a real powerhouse, especially since close to the solar eclipse we'll have conjunction here between Pluto and Jupiter. And the solar eclipse, it's quite strong energies. The key word here for the solar eclipse is revolution. And that is very much activated here. And since Mars and Neptune stays in Pisces, it's almost like we have a T here. It's a lot of fire and emotions in movement here. But I'm not so sure with Neptune energy and the Pisces is so clear about if we see the truth or the whole truth. So change is coming, and change is good. Things that not working, we need to squeeze them out of the society, of our lives, to make space for the new to come. That's called growth. It has its good, it has its bads, but it's moving us forward, and that is growth. So now over to the second part, to see how you in your sign can benefit and look up for what will happen in June. Hello, my my adventurous Sagittarius. Welcome to your June 2020 reading. I brought out here beautiful card for the 9th zodiac sign, the Sagittarius. Fierce fire and power. Okay, I put you here. And I also have an ascendant card for the Sagittarius that I will put here in your first house of Sagittarius. But let's read first this fiery masculine energy. Your ascendant personality is highly independent and spirited. Travel and exploration are essential to your well-being. You love freedom and adventure. You are carefree and make friends easily. Your outward demeanor is energetic, outgoing, and ambitious. Discussions that are intellectual, philosophical, or theoretical are always exciting. Nothing can stop your plans of action. If things don't go as expected, you easily shift to a new strategy. Your purpose is hopeful optimism. I repeat that one more time because this is important for you. Your purpose is hopeful optimism. Your confidence in taking chances and focusing on positive results inspires others to be open to opportunities. Okay, so in these changing times, you are the carrier of hopeful optimism. And depending on the location of your ascendant in the Sagittarius, how it accents the South Node. But I'm sure your lunar eclipse will be activated. That will create change and growth. Okay, let's put out the 12 houses cards. And of course, the first house is in the house where you have your ascendant. And this is what people see and the impression you give. Your clothing styles, your face, your hair, your appearance, your first impression. And the second house you have in Capricorn, it's about your finance, your assets, the things that you value, and all other your possessions and your talents. And the third house you have in Aquarius, and that's about your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. This is short trips, communication, because you know the third sign in the zodiac is Gemini. So this is about your communication. You have your fourth house in Pisces. So your home and the roots of your being. This is your private family sphere. And I guess since the fourth house is Cancer and it's put in Pisces, that you are, I'm very sure, very home-loving person. And the fifth house, you have an Aries, and the fifth house is where you have fun, romance, and create things you are proud of. So the fifth house is the fun house, your creativity house. It's about children, sex, romance, pleasure. And the sixth house you have in Taurus. And it's about the work, the health, and the duty area of your life. So this is the sixth house, is the sixth zodiac sign energy. It is Virgo. So this is about everyday routines in work. And here you also can find your pets, if you have any. The seventh house is in Gemini. And it's the area of your life about long-term, significant, romantic partners, business partners, or significant family members that you are important to you. The eighth house is the transformational area of your life. It's about shared resources and intense emotions. And it's on the other axis is your assets, your resources, and here is the depth, or your partner's money, or inheritance, and in the 9th house we have the travel house, the broadening of your horizons, either spiritually, your internal development and growth, or academically, apprenticeships, and other long journeys. Also here is your faith systems, what you believe in, what guides you. The 10th house is the career house. This is about your achievements and the status in the outer world. Your reputation. And the 11th house in Libra, this is where cosmos grants wishes, luck. It's about friends and social occasions. So here is about creating friendships. And finally, the 12th house, this is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. So here is where you retreat and contemplate on the inside, because this is the Pisces energy. You go within and reflect and get in contact also with your unconscious part of you. Okay, let's bring out the tarot deck. I used the Celestial tarot deck for the reading today. So what messages need to come through to to Sagittarius today? Looks like you are all over the place here. Well, it's a lot that's happened in your sign with the lunar eclipse. Okay. King of Cups. You are viewed as a balanced carrier of wisdom. People come to you for emotional support. And as I say, you are an independent person. So they know they will get what you think and not what anyone else think or what anyone else want to hear. You present yourself as who you are. And you will come out strong during this month to bring calmness and wisdom energy. Okay, let's continue to the 2nd house. Okay, 2 cards will come out, so we put that, well, 7 of Cups and 10 of Wands. Looks like a mirror reflection of what's happening in the 4th house. It's also Neptune and Mars. It's water and fire energy. And the 2nd house is about your talents, your resources, your money, your assets, your belongings. And the Seven of Cups says that you are struggling emotionally about how to view your assets. Are they safe? Are they not safe? Deep inside, you know, I have the assets I need. But another part deep inside of you feel unsure. And the Ten of Wands, this fiery energy, this energy resides alongside this energy. You are ready to defend your assets, your resources, with everything you have. And this juggling about what I have, what I not have, is feeding this energy. Because you don't want to be on the losing side of this. So feel safe in that you will do whatever it takes to use your fire to protect your assets, your resources, your belongings. Okay, the third house. I think this bear, Ursa Minor constellation in the sky, keeps coming up in my readings today. The Ace of Cups. News are coming that touches you. And the third house is about your potential to learn something and your local neighborhood. So I'm quite sure this is about something that's happening close to you in your neighborhood. That makes you need to be on your guard. Okay, the fourth house. Eight of Cups. And the fourth house is about your family, your private sector. And 8 is an even number. And the cups are about your emotions. So I feel these cups are filled. And even, you're not struggling. And this is Cepheus, this is Uranus energy. So you feel resourceful here. Then you need to know that during this month you are quite activated by Mars. So your energy with Mars brings more fire, but will be evened out with the Neptune energy. But you will be on your feet. Fifth house, the fun house. 7 of Pentacles. This will bring you you will have joy this month. And it's a Scorpio energy, so it will be, can I say you will have great sex this month? Absolutely. And it will probably be quite unexpected, because I see Mercury here. I think I stay there. I leave the rest to your fantasies. Sixth house. Sixth house about work, health, everyday routines. That means that if you've been laid off at work, or is hoping that some new work would come to you, or you wanted to leave the work you have, this will whatever you have been thinking, this will come to an end, and something new will start. And if we look sixth house, okay, we will look later on the 12th house, how this will be activated. Okay, seventh house. Long-term partners, romantic, business, family. Here we get the King of Swords. So you in any partnership, you will be on guard and use your great experience, and that will be your mental energy that you will use. You will be in your head and be the one that takes charge. You will sort out with making schedules, checking the boxes to make sure that everything will be done in a rudimentary way. You will not leave anything on the table to be unsolved, unlooked on. And maybe it's that you have a partner that can take this role, because this is a little bit conflicting with your true self. This is something you need to adapt to, take control of the situation in a relationship, in a partnership. Okay. 8th house. The debt house. That is the other axis of the asset house. Okay, here we have the strength. Leo, fiery energy. For some reason, I think this has to do with your spouse, your partner. They are much in control here. They are in control of the 8th house. And you don't feel you have the control on the other axis between this debt and assets. No need for worries here. this area will be guarded. The 9th house, the travel house. Okay, for the freedom-loving and independent Sagittarius, the current situation about traveling, physical traveling, pisses you off. I guess that. Here we have the Neptune energy, the Hanged Man. You feel stuck here. And you don't want to be on an inner journey right now. You've done that a few months now. You are done. You want to go out to travel the world again. The 10th house, the house of careers. You will have balance here because Libra carry the balance energy. So justice is that if there are any changes here in your career, they will feel just. But on the other hand here, we see that you have changes in your workplace. So maybe the changes and the things you need to leave, that will be news coming that will bring your career further. And this is something you deserve. You have worked for this. So this is justice. This is not pure luck or something happens to you. You have worked for this. So you deserve it. The 11th house, the hopes and wishes. There you have the 2 Pentacles. So you need to make some choice here that refers to your resources. And I guess you need to dig deep down. And the 11th and the 5th house, I don't see any correlation here about what's happening here and what's happening here. This brings me more to think that you need to contemplate over what you do here in your 2nd house of assets to handle the struggle you have here. Is my assets secure or not secure? The fire energy just wants to run and solve it, but it doesn't have any good strategy. You need to sort out, and you have 2 choices, so you need to take a decide. And the Águila here will help you to get an overview so you can dive down and make your choice. This is a Capricorn energy, so you need to take a decision. You have no choice. And finally, the 12th house, the house of retreat, escape, hidden, release. You 8 of Swords. This is also a card that showed up much for my June readings. You are waiting for something. You have almost everything you need, but you are waiting for for something. And I can see you try to lock your eyes to make focus, but it's a Gemini energy that goes back to the Death card. You need to wait until the new things show up in your career house to close something here. Okay, to sum up, I feel that you will have some decision making to do and do some reflection to find your true path when you need to make choices and handling things that are difficult for you. And even if it's in the depth house, will be some turmoil here with the solar eclipse that's about revolution and acceptance. You will find acceptance here for your partner's control here in this house. Okay, great. Thank you very much. See you in July and have a great June.